A spectacular afternoon for football here in the Tar Heel state of North Carolina as EA Sports welcomes you inside Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Today it's week 4 and we've got what should be a great one here between the New York Jets and the Carolina Panthers. Fall is in the air and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in week 4. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll start on the ground. Hall. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They go play action now. Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. They'll run with Hall. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Hall. And some space here. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
I don't believe that that was called right here in the moment. I believe this was called during practice this week, that he was going to decide to be aggressive even on his own side of the field.
Just, you mean because it's the opening drive? Maybe they had this scripted?
I think that he just talked about it with his team and said, listen, I'm confident in you. If we end up in this situation, we'll go for it early just to set a tone in this game.
That's on the guard, Laken Tomlinson. Here's Wilson to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Wilson. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. This pass out wide to Hall. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Well, it seems pretty clear on this opening drive that they want to get him involved, not only, Charles, in the run game, but in the pass game as well. And he can be such a weapon for them when they utilize him this way.
And, partner, you know I'm a veteran, right? In other words, that means a little bit older. Back in my day, we used to call
touchdown! Garrett Wilson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jets are on the board first here this afternoon. McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Track 50.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Jermaine Johnson. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. Here's the Panthers punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. It's fielded at the 45. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Meanwhile, in Los Angeles, an update from there. The Broncos, they've got the early lead over the Chargers. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Wilson. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Play action. Now Wilson. Sliding out of the pocket. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
61, matchbox, right. 80 weapon, 80 weapon. Lock it.
On 3rd down, here's Hall. It's a 5-yard pickup. It's spotted a few chain links short of the first, so a little bit of decision time here coming up on 4th down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Here we go.
Wilson. Now he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Jeremy Chinn picks it off. And the Panthers are going to take possession here at their own 33. Quite a decision there on fourth down. They didn't just want the first. They wanted 6 points, and following the interception, they're going to come away with neither.
And that's too bad, partner, because they really went for it on that one, right? Because I think in their mind, sometimes the illogical play is a logical play. But in this case, they were wrong.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Another run here with Dobbins. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. The Panthers at 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. And they got off to the good start, but then 2 straight losses since.
And now you start to wonder about what this does for a team's morale, how it affects their psyche, because, let's face it, you work all summer pointing toward that opening game, you get the win, but then you don't carry it on from there. How will they bounce back from these losses and try and get right?
Give them 19 there as the drive marches forward. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. A give up the middle to Dobbins. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Back to throw here. That's complete to John Ross. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. They'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Now back to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And his kick is indeed good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
That's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down, then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
On third down, Wilson. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. T.J. Watt able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now the Jets send on Braden Mann to punt. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. So it sails out of bounds close to midfield, and they'll say actually right at midfield. Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Credit the tackle to John Franklin Myers.
What an advantage having a elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score.
Ready. Panther street.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Carolina. J.K. Dobbins, 50 yards. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Extra point up and through. And the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like, because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge, because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
On 2nd and 12, Wilson. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
Check pass.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit, because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Hey, check that, street. Flag him 60. Mustang 19. Panther 11.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Jets are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on fourth down. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Ball again on second down. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. So it's halftime here in Charlotte with the Panthers out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go now.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Right back to Dobbins on first. He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
19 tight. 19 tight.
On play action, they'll throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. It's caught inside the 25. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Last play, they didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they gain almost 40 yards here. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Here's a give to Dobbins. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. The defensive line made pretty easy work of the offensive line that time.
And people get tired of the cliche that the battle is won in the trenches. But it's a cliche because it's true. And how about the battle right there? One on the edge, and the ball carrier did not benefit.
And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now 1 yard to go on third down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Jermaine Johnson getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Now here's the Panthers special teams unit to try a field goal for 3. From the left hash, this from 37. Oh, nope, never had a chance. Well to the right, no good. And that will keep this a 3-point game. Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Throwing is Wilson. And that is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Panthers will take over now 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Point after, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Nice chunky yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 51 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And some room to maneuver. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They'll go again with Hall. And he's got it to about the 40.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And he's going to be marked down very close to the first down marker, but it looks like he's a yard short. Here we go on 4th down. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Yeah, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
2nd and 10 now, 3rd quarter from Charlotte. Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
Throw left side complete. That's Hall. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall from 19 yards away. And the Jets are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration.
And we're back now in Charlotte. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now a handoff for Dobbins. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Panthers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. A give. Dobbins trying the right side. And he won't get close. Only a yard. 4th and 3.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Okay, ready?
They're going to look to throw. And that is caught. He's got his running back downfield. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And the Jets are right back in this football game. We're holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half. Those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part,
pressure comes and Wilson's going to go down. T.J. Watt picks up his second sack of the afternoon. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. On second down, a run with Hall. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. 91 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Now it's Wilson. Got a man. It's McBride complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big 30-yard play on third. Now it's Wilson. Goes right back to McBride. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Hall again on second down. They lost 4 there, and it's third down.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. Here's Hall again. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a fourth down. The kick by McManus is good. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the fourth quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember, last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
But doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time. And
we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Steps away. He's going to look deep for more. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore, 83 yards. And the Panthers strike quickly to take the lead here in the fourth. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive down with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
Wilson to throw. He's got McBride. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Just a yard to go here on second down. Here's Wilson. And he'll just get rid of it. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Here we go. It's Wilson on fourth down. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. A new lease on life after the fourth down conversion. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Wilson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A very solid gain of 27. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now Wilson. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
But this defense has been physical all game long, and it certainly looks like they're not going to back off and make things any easier. They want to keep making life miserable for the receivers all the way to the end.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. He'll look to throw. Able to get this one to McBride. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ballgame. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch. It's still an effective gain nonetheless.
To throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one deal